welcome Dr. Jill Biden and the Vice President of the United States, Joe Biden.
There they come. This is a campaign in Ohio. This rally began in North Ohio, close to Cleveland, at Lakewood High School in Lakewood, Ohio. They stop here before they travel to Fremont and then to Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And that's the Vice President Jill Biden, Vice President's wife.
Some of the Biden family members who are here today. First, my son Hunter Biden and his daughter Finnegan. Our daughter Ashley and her husband Howard. Joe's sister Valerie. I said Finnegan.
By the way, the most important thing, you got to see Finnegan, my granddaughter.
Most of all, the reason we're here today is to thank all of you for all that you have done for this campaign. Even if Joe weren't on this ticket, I'd still be working hard because this election is going to make such a difference. I'm a teacher. It's so great to be here in the high school. I teach English full-time at a community college now, and that's why I'm so grateful that President Obama and my husband have moved us forward on education. And I care about this election because I'm a military mom. Are there any members of the military here? Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Our son, Bo, is a member of the Delaware Army National Guard, and he served for a year in Iraq. And I've had the honor of meeting many military members and their families. And I see how much they love our country and how much they've sacrificed for it. So I want to make sure that all of our veterans and their families get the benefit they've earned and the respect they deserve. I'm involved in this campaign as a woman who cares about the direction of this country. I've seen how Joe and Barack fight for our rights and our freedoms every single day. The President and the Vice President know how important it is for women to make our own decisions about our own health care. I know that all of this is on the line, and we can't go backward. We've got to move forward. I know that we'll do it because we've got the best team on our side. We've got Barack, we've got Joe, we've got Michelle, but most of all, we have all of you. You are the ones who are going to move us forward to victory on November 6th, so thank you for all you're doing. Thank you. So now I'd like to introduce a man who has moved us forward. My husband, your Vice President, Joe Biden.
Hello, Cleveland. Hello, Lakewood. Thank you all so very much. I'm Joe Biden. I am Jill's husband. That's how I'm known everywhere in my home state of Delaware and Washington, and I think you all figured that out by now too. Look, folks, I'm delighted to be here. Mr. Mayor, thank you, Michael, for your passport into your city, and the Superintendent Jeff Patterson, the Principal Bill Wagner. Jill is, as I've been teaching her whole adult life, and does teach full time now as well as the Second Lady. And the only thing that probably the worst thing you can do to a principal or a teacher is to say there's an event at school on Sunday. So I want to thank you very much for making this auditorium, this gymnasium available. Folks, well, I tell you what, I love Sherrod Brown, is the guy I love, and Marcy Kaptur. And how about Jason Mraz? I know why you guys are here. Isn't he good? Well, I tell you what, folks, since you all
I apologize for that.
Even though last night was the end of daylight saving time, I'm assuming you figured it out. This is Mitt Romney's favorite time of the year, favorite day, because he officially gets to turn back the clock. That's what he does. I mean, he does it officially. He's trying to do it every other way, but this time he actually gets to be part of turning back the clock. You know, over the last week or so, since the hurricane, since Sandy, and I know it affected parts of Cleveland as well, I went to a church this morning, and they told us the pastor when he was saying mass, and the sermon talked about the damage done to the rectory and the damage done up here, and some people were without electricity, and a lot of homeless folks had a problem as well. Well, I tell you what, one of the things from the day before the storm hit, the president and I every morning would get on the line with a conference call with all the governors in the affected states, from my state of Delaware, which rides along the coast, which got battered, and New Jersey, and all the way up the East Coast, and with the mayors as well, and with all of our team, the Secretary of Defense, the FEMA Director, the National Security, the entire team. And you know, my mom used to have an expression. She said, "Joey, out of everything bad, something good will happen if you look hard enough at it." And what I took away from this last week was the incredible amount of cooperation that existed between Democrats and Republicans. My governor is a Democrat. He's on the line and he's talking to Governor Christie of New Jersey, a Republican, and saying, "Look, we got hit in Delaware, Chris, but you got hit worse than we did. So we'll send you some of our cherry pickers to help you put back up that electricity in those lines." It was all, that was the nature of the conversation. I was proud. I got elected when I was a 29-year-old kid to the United States Senate. And that's how it used to be. We used to always work together in a time of crisis. That's really the way it used to work. I've had great relationship with my Republican colleagues throughout my career in the United States Senate, and still now. There's an awful lot of good Republicans up there who really are prepared to make principled compromise, not ideologues. They're people who are ready to move. And you know, I look back and I see the guys that I've worked with all my life and the women I've worked with, like Olympia Snow of Maine, Colin Powell, Dick Lugar, Chuck Hagel, Bob Dole, Alan Simpson. It used to work. It used to work. And folks, when this election is over, we got to get back to doing it again. We got to get back together. We got to move together. Because it's not just we have additional problems, we have such gigantic opportunities as a nation. We are so well positioned relative to the rest of the world. And we've made real progress so far. I've never met two guys who are more negative about the country than the guys we're running against. We create 5.4 million private sector jobs. They say we're in decline. Companies hired more workers in October than any time in 8 months. They say we're in decline. Housing starts are up, larger than any time they've been since 2008 in July. We're in decline. Exports up 47%, 41%. 500,000 new manufacturing jobs since 2010. 3 million more working kids from working class families in college because of Pell Grants. 3 million more. We rescued. I don't have to tell you in Ohio, no matter what those ads say, we did rescue the automobile industry, saving 1 million jobs. 200,000 more people working. We've expanded benefits for Medicare, extended its life. We ended the war in Iraq, and we will end the war in Afghanistan. We're going to create 1 million new manufacturing jobs, train 2 million workers through our community college for jobs that exist now, but the talent isn't there for it now. We're going to recruit 100,000 new math and science teachers so we remain the best in the world in education.